metaphor or line, whatever the terminology is for that.
No, I think you're right. I think that's been the best way to describe LEXX's gameplay today, and we should be able to get the names switched around for you guys, because I promise you I've never seen LEXX play Ryu in my life.
I would love to see that though. Look, Kusanagi starting it off with a jump fierce from the beginning, and again, we talked about this earlier. Is there, you know, you are from Europe, you are from across the pond. Does Kusanagi play with a Kainu all the time? Is that
Not
his Gaio
all
practice?
the time, but a fair bit. There's a number of guys that he used to practice against a fair bit, so he is more than comfortable. You can talk about the game with not only just the Kainu, but the other French players as well. These guys get in the Discord and chat about this stuff all the time, so this is one of the more comfortable matchups. Statistically speaking, because these guys are 5th and 6th, whatever happens here, I don't think it's going to be a change of results anywhere else. So this is just a game for pride at this point.
Pride and a little bit of money. I think wherever you land up in pools, there is like a small,
15,
small difference, right?
1500 or 1500 handshake, $1,500 handshake.
And just speaking on that, so LEXX, you know, he's been in the UK for about a year now. Does he have any Ryu practice outside of Kusanagi, or do these players actually play each
against
other a
Ending
lot?
Walker. Ending
Okay.
Walker, you bump into Kusanagi online. There's other solid Ryu players he can jump in on ranked, but he's been obviously practicing the Bison a lot more. But this is a matchup he should be, on paper, super comfortable with. Gets that space bazooka knee into the Dragon Suplex.
For sure. You can kind of see how LEXX is playing way more aggressive now because Kusanagi was burnt out, but Kusanagi lives long enough to get his meter back. Here's the ODTB just to get the pressure off of him. Solar Plexus walks up with the Crouch Fierce, stealing his turn back.
Right, not looking good here for Kusanagi, because that's what I mean. He needed something to happen, and that might do the trick. It's not the CA version, but and there's the chip.
It was kind of a checkmate situation. It would have been really, like, it would have to been LEXX messing up in order for Kusanagi to come back in that situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, from the jump, it just feels like Kusanagi's just been out of character, and he's just been trying to find these little pockets of inspiration just for himself, you know, just to build up on it. Again, but against this group, and the characters in this group, it's like, you be reckless. They'll let you know about it.
Yeah, 100%. This, when you're playing on the big stage here against all these pro players, like, you literally have no room to make a mistake, because you would rely on the other players to make a mistake too, and that rarely happens. And
I do think in this matchup, Ryu needs the Denjin charge to make the Fireball a little bit more comfortable, mixing in with the parries as well, but you're not always going to get the perfect parry. And he gets a Hashigeki there, trying to burn down that drive gauge.
I mean, I was going to say, when LEXX played against Angry Bird, I think Angry Bird got all the perfect parries.
I know, right? Just how you're feeling on the day.
But LEXX just sprinkling the neutral with a couple mediums here and there just to stop Kusanagi from trying to approach with the fierce.
He's trying to get the Sandfish Drive Rush cancelled, but he's always trying to whiff punish. I want him to try and whiff punish with a sweep. Yeah. I really want, there's a couple of moves LEXX has been whiffing, and I want you to build your confidence back by just getting the whiff punish. Don't get the maximum damage, just get a sweep, get a knockdown, and we'll build from there. Because you need to tell yourself, I can still do this.
Yeah, definitely. And that Solar Plexus, I think he was trying to do it preemptively early just to catch a heavier button coming from LEXX, but unfortunately gets whiff punish. And as you mentioned, Kusanagi is going to try to find his way to kind of fight through this neutral. And I think sweeps are a great idea.
They're a great start, I promise you that. There's a perfect parry there on the crouching medium kick, and he will get a lovely conversion. Into that flash kick there is LEXX. Kusanagi, again, is just going on out of the frying pan and into the fire here, and he's going to try and throw him, maybe not.
No, LEXX is kind of staying at the safe range right now. What a punish counter.
That is -6 on block, I believe, that Soback kick. So lovely stand light kick there, but unfortunately to no avail, because the Sonic Hurricane should close out this round and put Cloud9's LEXX at match point here. Kusanagi, man, we need to turn this around.
You really do. I don't know what it is. He started off the first round with jump fierce and it worked really well for him. Maybe he needs to introduce a bit more jumps. That's kind of how Juninho Ross got the upper hand on LEXX. A lot of jump heavies.
And there's a stand heavy kick there. Couldn't get the cancel from that standing light kick, because I know he's very good at getting that special cancel on the stand light kick into the flash kick. Normally LEXX. Hey, okay. There we go.
Messed up the timing. Gets counter hit by the wake up jab.
Yeah, see, he tried to get the hurt box there that extends on the Sonic Blade, but didn't quite get it. I think Kusanagi's just going to have to throw everything in the kitchen sink at this point. A jump, a DI, something. Talk to me.
Maybe just a raw dry rush. He hasn't even introduced that into this match yet.
Nah, because if LEXX catches out the crouching medium punch, he's finished. Yeah,
okay.
He was trying. Anything he was trying to do from a crouching medium punch, drive rush, cancel. But this, is a very good position here for Kusanagi because he's got LEXX in burnout.
And LEXX is in the corner. We're gonna see, okay, overhead.
And there you go. Gonna get that overhead reset. The French love that as well, right? And when you do a overhead combo, the second hit, it's not scaled.
Oh.
So because it says 100% and Ryu's back fierce is a heavy attack,
yeah,
it's just massive damage. He's got one of the more damaging overhead combos in the game because of that.
Yeah, 100%. Ryu hits like a truck, and there it is. Okay, we're starting to see the perfect parries. We're starting to see the sweeps as a punish.
There you go. Throwing out that stand fist with malicious intent. Let's see if we can pile on some throws here, but he's going to try and get LEXX another way. Couldn't get the conversion because if that connected, he probably would have been able to close this one out. So he only has Shin Hashigeki to work with here, but he's going to get a nice little three-piece into light Hashigeki. This is what I'm talking about. Slowly regaining his stride. I think he's reminded himself. There you go. What you called out in the very first game, Sherry. Kusanagi's done it again. Fantastic. He's finding his rhythm again.
Yeah, definitely looking way more comfortable in the neutral, especially introducing more OD fireballs just to combat the Sonic Boom too. He's kind of in a tough spot right now because this is where LEXX wants him to be. But we're seeing a bit more movement coming from Kusanagi's end. But what an OD flash kick through the fireball.
There you go. Starting to find the cues to get those perfect parries and land that colossal damage output. We know Ryu 4 charges the Denjin. That should be the round here. Let's see how he goes with this one. There you go. Always love a good extended Ryu combo here. And boy, is the shoe on the other foot now, Sherry.
So quickly. And just the drive rush with the Sam medium punch. Landing the hit on LEXX and looking like a small deficit. It is looking kind of strong for Kusanagi right now.
Well, LEXX can still turn this around, but like you said before, he needs to regain control of the neutral and then put himself in these conducive positions to try and take it away. But he needs to be careful what version of Sonic Boom he's throwing, because remember, Kusanagi is trying to get that perfect parry into the jump again.
And you see how many times he's attempted to parry the Sonic Booms. Once he gets the next perfect, I think he will do another jump roundhouse if LEXX wants to introduce the Sonic Booms again.
Drive rushes in. Gonna get a throw, build on that, and then good block, but he'll try it again if you're not careful.
Okay, counter hit, conversion. Are we going? Yep, we're dumping all into the level 3.
Oh, this is a big choice. This is a very big choice here from LEXX. Let's see if Crossfire Somersault takes us to the final round, and it will do so. Very good. That must have been the exact calculated damage, because I wasn't sure, especially with the combo starter, if that was going to take the round there, Sherry.
From the counter hit?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I mean, that super is a very disrespectful super. He has his boot to your chin. It feels like it should kill you.
Hey, this is why LEXX is the pro and I'm not. Drive rushes in.
Okay, we're seeing a lot more low fours coming from LEXX just to stop Kusanagi's approach from moving forward on him.
Well, I think LEXX is going to have to try and do a drive rush at some point to switch. Yeah, there you go, switch it up. It's because he was doing the Sonic Booms too much, and he's like, okay, let me just confirm you're trying to look for that perfect parry timing. But like we said, keep changing up the Sonic Boom speeds to throw off Kusanagi's game. There.
Okay, recovering enough, but gets clipped by the Fierce again. This is where Kusanagi shines. He's going to burn LEXX out.
Not quite. He's going to replenish his own drive.
Right.
Don't worry. Don't worry, I got you. I got you.
The names are switched. I got confused. My bad. Okay. Nice bait on the parry there.
There's a bait, crouching fierce anti-air. Right, someone's going to have to do a Hail Mary here. Solid Puncher is activated. There's the drive reversal to force the burnout here. Kusanagi has got nothing in the tank, so this might be a checkmate situation. And there's the stun. And that is going to be the end of Kusanagi's journey here in Capcom Cup, because that was his only game of the day. And unfortunately, not the performance